Welcome to my very much unprofessional analysis of the Grand Theft Auto 6 second trailer, but mainly what's on their website. I'll link the website in the description because, frankly, that has a whole heck of a heap more info than really both of the trailers combined, albeit what has the most info is the leaks from like 4 years ago or however long it's been now, so there's still that. And if the game is $100, I'm not gonna pay that much. So there's still that, and definitely take it as you may. But yeah, let's get into it, folks. Hopefully, if things go correctly, you're gonna see images in the background. I may or may not be talking about what is actually on the screen. If it ends up on Labyrinth Odyssey, that the images won't load there, then there won't be anything. We'll see how that goes. Sometimes it's finicky, and speaking of finicky, is the website itself. It might not actually load, but if you can get that to load, there's actually a lot more information. Then the trailers, you can actually do the exploration of each of the areas of the game, in which there's actually a lot more than just Vice City and the Keys, which is surprising as well. If I had to guess, it's pretty much the whole state of Florida, so or Leonida, something like that. I don't know. But nonetheless, it looks pretty. I mean, it would probably be the best looking video game ever. I have an Xbox Series S, so with me, look on that one, folks. But, yeah, to tell you again, just go with the side. It has the description of all the main characters, so well beyond just Jason and Lucia. The other characters are fairly generic. I mean, there's like two different variations of rappers and an old drug runner and a younger drug runner and people that kind of live in each of the areas of the map from what it seems. And on the surface it seems fairly generic, but I mean in reality when look at the thumbnail, there's a lizard. So if you just look at it at surface value, all the Grand Theft Auto games seem kind of generic. It's gonna be more than anything of what all of the little things there are to do, and from what it actually seems like, there's a whole heck of a heap of little things to do. Probably of all the pictures on the website, the one that probably tells you the most is there's a picture of more downtown Vice City, and on the left bottom side there's people playing basketball. On the right bottom side, there's a shootout going on with the police, and it really long shots too. So it shows a bunch of more of the high-rise buildings and water and birds flying around, stuff like that too. And then various people on like balconies doing poses and stuff like that. So you can tell it's very much like animated in a way to where there'd be a lot to look at, no matter what's going on. I mean, even if it turns out that the gameplay ain't the Danish and all that, you know, honestly, just to screw around and then just look at the graphics or the funny billboards and stuff like that as well. What's annoying too is like the thumbnail itself, even on their website, the resolution wasn't really the dandiest enough to even like read the billboard in the background. I guess some of it is left of the beholder. Probably my favorite image, the whole thing is of the motorcycle racing around the dirt bikes around kind of a classic looking track, and there's like old factory silos and stuff in the background. That's cool. And I mean, obviously, all the like very much Grand Theft Auto trademark type stuff of the strip clubs and the gun running and the fighting the police. I mean, sure, all that too. But I mean, the first trailer kind of saw the redneckery better too. The first trailer with the motorcycles doing burnouts and racing in the mud and the girls dancing on the cars and stuff like that. Obviously, that's amazing. Probably the highlight of the second trailer was, to me, Lucia. I mean, obviously you have a different upbringing culturally and stuff, but it seems most likely if a character is like Leela from Futurama, fighting, hot, if you dye her hair purple and an alligator bites one of her eyes out, then there you go, you have Leela. And looking at the game too, you probably screw up enough alligator bite one of your eyes out as well. So there's that. Like the little summary of Lucia, she learned how to fight when she was young, and that she'll do whatever she can for her family and all that. And then in the trailer, she does one of those high kicks like Leela going hi ya, and yeah, I'm pretty sure if the option is there, I'm probably gonna dye her hair purple, give her a tank top, and again, maybe you fight an alligator and see how that goes. Too. But I mean, that's one of the cool things too. Is it looks like there is going to be a whole heck of a heap of character customization. I mean, even in some of the. Also, with a side note too of the website, at least looking at it on my phone, I didn't even realize till I was maybe to like even looking through two-thirds of all the images that you could actually click on the image and make it big, and it's actually always 16 by 9, even if it doesn't show as a 16 by 9 when I was looking at it on my phone. Was the fourth time of actually even trying to get all that to load. The website is obviously getting overran, but we all saw that going on. There are saves of it on the Wayback Machine Internet Archive type of thing, but I mean, it's, even that was crashing some too. Everything is crashing right now. We have a year plus to wait for it, so it's not that big of a deal. Frankly, the main reason I'm even making this video, and again, all my videos are unscripted and stuff too, is to redirect to the website. The trailer is kind of underwhelming. I mean, you can tell the graphics are amazing. It'd probably be the best looking video game ever, and Lucia's hot, so I mean, I'm sure people are going to be rewatching the trailer a whole heck of a heap. I mean, I swear at least 15 seconds, even if it wasn't necessarily the literal intent, was Lucia's ass as the main thing on the screen. And I ain't complaining, but there ain't really a whole heck of a heap I can saw on YouTube, too, the strip clubs and stuff like that. I mean, I can already tell if GTA 6 is reasonably priced, $70 is a bit much for video game, in my opinion. But if it's like around that, or maybe if it's like $80 and you get some extra stuff that's more than just money, like something exclusive to pre-ordering, that maybe. But anything over $80, and $80 is a hard cap. Like I'd have to even get bonuses and stuff to pay. I ain't get it. But the point being is, I have a feeling this is going to be a type of game where there's probably going to be a split between what goes on YouTube and what goes on Library and Odyssey, because it's going to be a lot different in what's allowed. Also, Jason is, on the website it says he's ex-military, so I mean, I'm sure in and of itself that make him popular with that. But Jason reminds me of Mafia 3. That main character, kind of like very much ripped bodybuilder looking guy who was out of the military. All them rags to riches type story. So yeah, Jason is the main character from Mafia 3, who's frankly I can't really remember his name. I played that game mainly when it was free on PlayStation Plus and just went for the glitches of it. But I mean, that's something cool in GTA 6 as well. So there's going to be so insanely much going on. I guarantee there's going to be a whole heck of a heap of glitches, and the ones that are fun, then so be it. I mean, there's even people discovering new glitches on GTA 5 to this day. There's so much individual little like activities and stuff to do, even just looking at the trailers and the website before we even know. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of fun, random stuff. That one thing that I can tell you GTA 5 is, I mean, if you look at all the individual videos that I've done, I was able to do plenty of unique stuff that probably only really ever happened in like the exact location and in the exact way to me. There's some stuff that I'm sure other people have redone better, of like the holy hand grenade, or of just miscellaneous racing fails or wrecking your vehicle or whatever. But sometimes when you get like that exact glitch in that exact area that happens at that time, I mean, even in GTA 5, you kind of got your own unique stuff. I feel like GTA 6 is going to be the perfect game of that. Everybody who plays it at least a few hours is going to have something that actually uniquely happens to them. GTA 6 will be the perfect game of, even if you don't really intend to ever become popular on social media or whatever it may be, still post a bunch of the funny stuff that happens. And even for the people that don't buy the game, or it ends up not actually playing all that well or making up its $2 billion budget, there'd be enough videos and all that to last for pretty much a lifetime if you want to go down the rabbit hole of watching miscellaneous random stuff. No matter how good the game itself is, there will be enough content made about it that, in and of itself, will probably be more to watch than the majority of games I've actually played. I wouldn't be surprised if 15 years down the road if I've watched well over 1,000 hours of GTA 6 content, not just playing the game, but watching the content. So in the 2040s, when GTA 7 comes out, unless GTA 6 is a flop, and it doesn't happen, even then there'll be new stuff and miscellaneous glitches and all that found. What's annoying is that it's not releasing on PC. I guess to some extent we probably saw that coming, but realistically, that means no mods to begin with, not the absolute best graphics possible, because, I mean, the PlayStation 5 Pro was cool and all that, but even when the PS5 Pro came out, it was a decent range PC, like above average PC, even when that came out, so it still wasn't exactly the latest. And I mean, who knows if the game's even going to launch when it says May 26th, 2026, and who knows if it's even going to launch with online. I mean, looking at the trailers right now, it's purely just focused on the offline single player stuff. And I mean, that's cool. I mean, even just from the leaks and stuff, we can tell it's very much a very fleshed out single player. It's honestly a fairly generic plot. I mean, we've seen it 1,000 times. I mean, I don't know if it says it outright official, but I mean, everybody said from even the leaks, it's a Bonnie and Clyde type thing. But again, I think there'll be enough miscellaneous small stuff to do. It'll be fine. Frankly, I'm not so confident it's going to hold up to classic GTA's in terms of the literal story itself. I mean, there wasn't any super funny moments with the dialogue or any memorable lines and stuff like that, particularly, but it wasn't awful either. I'd say honestly, this would be the first GTA that won't really have a whole heck of heap of staying value in terms of the legacy of the franchise or whatever. But I mean, if it ends up literally 15 years between each game, then of course, of when it's the current newest one, that will be tons of staying value in and of itself. And frankly, I mean, as much as I like the story of GTA 5, and that's the only one that I outright played through all of it, but I've seen all the stories of the other ones as well. Especially if I don't get 6 at release, I'm not going to be the one to care about the story as much. Probably when I start the game, as soon as I'm allowed to, I'm probably gonna try and fight an alligator, get one of the mini lifted trucks. And also, there's a good variety of trucks too, which makes more sense for Florida too. You get the little kind of Ford Ranger or Dodge Dakota type stuff, and then obviously a whole heck of people lifted stuff that you can already see there. Some of them have gun turrets and all. And on the back, for those that like your variations of trucks, this would be the game for you. So, like, go Biden and lifted truck. It would be cool if they actually have some sort of rock climbing. Like, maybe actually rock climb, like, with your character, and then also rock climb with vehicles as well. That would be something interesting. But Yeah, probably when I start the game is like screw around with alligators. I think that'd be the funniest way to go about it, and basically just end up trying to go my own way and not really worry too terribly much about the story. Even in GTA 5, I got it a few months after release. I already knew the story incomplete, and I probably just screwed around for 10 hours before I even really bothered with the story. It's probably going to be even more with that. At some point, I will play GTA 6. It's straightforward, but I'm never paying $100 for it. Even after I have to wait 5 years for the price to go down, I'm never going to pay $100 for it. I don't know if all that was truly just a meme or whatever. That definitely ain't happening. But honestly, in terms of the trailer, to like sum it up, the trailer itself is kind of underwhelming. I mean, the game looks beautiful and it's obvious there's a whole heck of a heap to do. But I mean, the dialogue is fine, but nothing special. But more than anything, it's the website. I mean, really, even the description of the characters is fine and nothing special. But in terms of the actual screenshots and if you can actually even get the website to load, it kind of has even a cinematic style of scrolling down the page, and it or saw the characters kind of moving in a different pose and stuff per the image in and all that. And that's a cool way to see it. But I mean, all things considered, trailer and the website itself, the only literal gameplay that we've seen so far is from the leak. From what I can tell, all this, while GTA traditionally it doesn't look a whole heck of a heap of difference from what's the cutscenes to what's the actual gameplay itself. The only literal gameplay we've seen the entire time is from the leaks. At this point, probably going on 4 years old from how I remember. So that's certainly ain't the dang it is. And frankly, there's so much baggage to the game that I really don't think this one, especially by the users, will be so critically acclaimed. But I mean, if it truly does have a $2+ billion budget, and I'm sure they once it comes out, even if it's not at release or whatever, be milking online for literally over a decade. I'd say that's pretty much a guarantee. While the actual policy quality and stuff maybe ain't gonna quite go to the previous GTA's, I'd say there'd be enough of just miscellaneous little stuff to screw around. Whether it's the activities working as they should. I mean, in basketball will be interesting. I mean, the parent company being Take Two Interactive, it would kind of be funny if a basketball game mode actually ends up being infinitely better in GTA than a modern NBA 2K. It wouldn't take much, honestly. It really would not. But then I'll be worried about if people like the basketball game in the single player. It's basically just going to be macrotransaction to hell and online. But we'll worry about the online later, I guess. For now, I mean, I'm not blown away or anything like that, but more than anything, I'm happy about a lot of the miscellaneous little things to do. There's a whole heck of a heap of customization with the vehicles in the game, whether it's kind of like you see with all GTA, it's way overly to like gangster type style, making cars with the graphics and the underglow and the window tint and the stickers and hydraulics and all that sort of stuff. Like one of them is the donk with the giant wheels. To more seeming exclusive to this game, like I said, the truck's been customized and all that, and you see the motorcycle gang with various like different motorcycles and stuff, and there's customization and all that on there. There's a good representation of vehicles too, which obviously I'm quite happy about, but that's also to be expected as well. I mean, even in GTA 5, I think of all the things considered to drive, not necessarily to own, but I mean, even just to drive. It ends up like over 600 vehicles or something like that. So, of course, there's a lot there, but as long as the vehicle type stuff pretty much carries over from GTA 5 to 6, even that alone, for me personally, will be a lot of playtime. It's just discovering the vehicles, screwing around with that, understanding how to drive with the new physics and stuff, and then obviously looking at the amazing graphics and stuff. And I'm not one to care about soundtracks of licensed music all that much because nowadays you can just listen to whatever you want. But I mean, if I can listen to like the Joe Rogan or however they're going out type person. I mean, even GTA 5 had that with Ron. The new guy that's even in the description, who frankly I don't remember name, and like laugh at the parody of that while I'm cruising down the street in the Chrysler 300 looking one, and there is a Chrysler 300 one. It's one of the ones parked at the strip club in the trailer 2, and in trailer 1 it's kind of more in the downtown hood looking area. So if I can like cruise in the street in a customizing my own way type Chrysler 300, listening to that and then looking at the sun going down and all that, I mean that will be as much as more of experience enjoying it to play any of the story. For me personally, because it's just all the things I like combined there too. So while nothing outright amazed me, there's just so much miscellaneous little details and stuff like that. And I'm sure the game will most certainly be worth the yeehaw. I wouldn't be surprised if, all things considered, it ends up being the worst in the series in terms of quality. In quantity, there's probably going to be more to do overall than about any video game ever. And it will look better than about any video game ever. So while I'm certainly ain't going to pay $100 for it, I'm going to play it probably thousands of hours when it all comes down to it. I'm sure I put in well over 1,000 hours between GTA 5 story and online, and even in the grand scheme of things, I probably played more GTA Online than anything, as microtransactions and all that heavy it is, of just even enjoying its vehicles and stuff with the physics and take it as you may, but not really awful driving, but nothing special there. There's gonna be so much quantity of stuff to do. I don't see any way that it ain't worth the haul, at least for me personally. With all the vehicles and the graphics enough to just kind of cruise and enjoy the atmosphere and all that. And then off too, nothing really even in the trailer or the online or the leaks. There were actually some high up GTA developers that won like actual professional real world racing, like way up there in the series and stuff, like Le Mans type racing too, and they even won their outright class to racing in. So, you know what? I mean, if the driving physics are fun and like varied, and each car kind of has their own thing, and they drive enough different depending on the parts of the map, like the swamp versus the roads versus the rain versus sand, all that. Even just that would be enough for me personally. Of course, I'm not particularly to the average bit, but I mean, yes, obviously I'm very much hyped, and I can already tell there's going to be enough miscellaneous small stuff that, at least for me personally, why I'll understand if people don't end up liking it a whole heck of a heap. I think for me personally, there'll be plenty enough to do for it to be worth yeehaw. If it ain't $100, it better not come picking me.